Skip it up and that up. So now that we all know what the hell the Nintendo NX is, it's called the Nintendo Switch. Of course, the rumor mill is still going, and that's not what this video is about, but, you know, everyone's saying it's going to have 4 gigs of RAM. Some are saying, there's even rumors that it's going to have 8 gigs of RAM, the Nintendo Switch. Some are saying it's some super powerful custom Tegra chip from NVIDIA. Others are saying it's just a Tegra X1 that you could actually find in the NVIDIA Shield TV, which I hope to God it's more powerful than that, because that would be pretty disappointing. But everything's all over the place. There's all these features that are supposed to be with the system, and then there's people saying those features aren't going to be with the Switch. So whatever. Again, this isn't about those rumors, but the point being is that video, even though Nintendo's initial launch trailer of the Switch did answer a lot of questions, it also left a lot of things unanswered, and there was more questions that were actually brought up due to Nintendo's Switch reveal video. And one of the big ones is people are speculating, and you have a lot of financial analysts speculating the price of the Nintendo Switch. A lot of them feel that it should be $300 or less, and I have to say I agree with them. For example, Michael Pachter, the analyst for Wedbush Securities, he's one of the most famous, in my opinion, in the gaming industry, financial analysts out there. And this is what he had to say about pricing of the Nintendo Switch. Price pretty much depends on specs, and success depends on both price and specs. If the specs are close to PS4, I don't think they will be. If anything, it may be close to Xbox One. I think they can price around the same, $249, and at most $299. If specs are weaker, price could be lower. Now, Dr. Serkan Toto, honestly, I haven't heard of him before. He is a financial analyst for the Asian mobile market. He also agrees with that $300 max price point for the Nintendo Switch, and he says this: it's not impossible by offering the device in multiple versions, i.e. without the home dock, which I don't really see Nintendo doing that. The dock is like 60% of the console, and from what I see in that video, you can't hook up the Switch to a TV without the dock. So that you're just giving people a GIMP tablet then? If Nintendo decides to sell it without the dock, I don't know. I don't really see why Nintendo would do that, especially if you can't hook up the Switch without the dock to the television. It makes it, Nintendo's just selling a tablet at that point. Anyway, he continues on to say hardcore video game fans can, at US $299, already get fantastic devices from Sony and Microsoft. The portable gaming use case at scale has been taken over by smart devices. And he has a point there. If Nintendo is going to try to make the Switch the same price, if not more expensive than the PS4 and Xbox One, the base models, obviously not the Pro and the Scorpio, if they try to make it more money than the PS4 and Xbox One, again, the base models, that's going to be a tough sell, even with the portable aspect. And I get what he's trying to say. He's like, look, okay, yeah, the portable thing's cool, but people have kind of already migrated to their smartphones. So if they're going to offer a weaker console and say, hey, even though it's not as capable as the Xbox One and PS4, it's also portable, people may not care about that. And if they can't get the Switch at an affordable price, or it's more expensive than the competition, then no, they're not going to get it. They're just going to stick with the PS4, Xbox One, and especially, God forbid, Nintendo. I mean, I tried to justify it the other day. If you sell the Switch, like the high bundle or the more expensive bundle at $399, and it's pretty much the only bundle you should get because you're going to need all the extra features that the $399 bundle of the Switch comes with, you're asking PS4 Pro money at that point. And if the Switch isn't even as powerful as the base Xbox One and PS4, and you're asking people to spend $400 on it because it's also a portable and it's a hybrid console, that's going to be a tough sell, man, especially if you're not going to have the third-party support because your system's not as capable, Nintendo. But anyway, moving on. Now, another analyst, Juiced Van Drunen from Superdata, he actually took it a step further, and he thinks that at $300, the Switch should come bundled with a game. Oh my goodness, God forbid. But anyway, this is what he has to say. I'm hoping they'll keep it under $300, ideally bundled with a Zelda or Mario Kart. Anything over that will severely limit its market potential. The reveal suggests it is competing more significantly with traditional home consoles, but with the edge of mobility. Pricing will need to be competitive in this context, and anything over $300 may not be a convincing proposition. I gotta say it, I gotta keep it real with you guys. I absolutely 100% agree with all three of these analysts. I understand Nintendo, I'm sure they're going to, market the system and say, hey, you're getting a portable system and a home gaming console at the same time. Especially, they're going to try to really push it if the Switch is over $299 US. But again, like the analyst Dr. Sirkin Toto said, yeah, okay, it's very cool, and it was awesome and exciting to see what they were doing with the portable aspects of the Switch, but that may not be a selling point to a lot of people, especially if the Switch is expensive, like $350 or $399, because in their mind, like, look, I already have a Note 7, well, actually you won't have that anymore, but or I'm going to have an iPhone 7 or a Galaxy S7 or LG V20, and I could game just fine on that. Like, yeah, it's cool. I could take my games from the Switch on the go, and they're more AAA status games, but at that price point, almost $400 for a Switch, I'll pass, man. Especially if the offerings from Sony and Microsoft are a lot cheaper, or Sony and Microsoft's semi-next-gen systems, I guess we have to call them, the PS4 Pro and the Scorpio, are the same price or around the same price as the Switch, and the Switch isn't even as powerful as the original 8th gen consoles. That is going to be a tough sell. I actually also agree with that Juiced Van Drunen too. Nintendo should bundle a game with the Switch, kind of give people a really good taste of what the Switch is going to offer, especially a game like Zelda or Mario Kart, man. Especially people who maybe have been on the fence about a Nintendo system for a while because, well, Nintendo systems, their home systems haven't been that great for the past few generations. Maybe be like, hey, we're back. Here's an awesome game coming with the Switch. You could try Zelda Breath of the Wild. It comes with the Switch. You don't have to spend a dime extra. You could go home, get this deluxe bundle for $299. You have a game, you take it out of the box, and you're just ready to play. You don't have to spend an extra dime. Obviously, minus taxes. You don't have to spend any extra money to go home and instantly start enjoying Nintendo's next-gen system. But I don't know. We'll see. I highly doubt Nintendo is going to come out at launch with a bundled game. Those days have been long gone for quite a while, so we'll see. But yeah, Nintendo, you have to really, really think about the pricing of the Switch. Maybe and I don't even really want to say this, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. If the Switch is on par with the PS4 and Xbox One, the base models, and it's easy just to put third-party games on there or port them over to the Switch, no problem, because it has just as much capabilities as Sony and Microsoft systems. Maybe you could ask for $349, because not only are you getting a system as capable as Nintendo's competitors, you're also getting that portable console to boot, and you're going to be able to play PS4 and Xbox One caliber games on the go. But if the system isn't as powerful, which I have a feeling it's not as powerful as the PS4 and Xbox One, and you're going to be asking $349 for it, I don't think it's a good idea, Nintendo. I'm telling you, you want the system to fly off the shelves, keep it below $300. I strongly agree with all three of these analysts in this article. This is Rich, Review Tech USA, signing out. Have a good one.